Hello everyone and welcome again to another session of VBlogMag. Yes, that was my little ugly mug poking over, just checking that my camera is in place as I set off for my quick training ride. On this little video, basically I'm going to show you some stunning scenery from Chapman's Peak and what have you. I compressed the time on a few bits and pieces just so it doesn't get too boring. But we see some stunning scenery, and at the end a nice little descent down Kaapse Weg at about 82 km an hour. Okay, so literally I've just pulled out from home. We're just about to cross the Blue Route. We go through some nice stunning tree-lined roads on Spansgemacht Road. That's the American Embassy to the left as we head up and go up Kaapse Weg. And yes, this is a nice little tester if you're not fit, and this is up the top of Kaapse Weg. There's a nice bit of cloud hanging over the mountain, and I go around the corner to zip over the top and descend down the back end of Kaapse Weg. And here I slow things up a little bit just to catch an idea what the speed is really like. You hit about 60 kilometers an hour going down here. It can be a bit fun. This part of the road is actually quite rough, so it can be a bit testing. And here we turn right, so we head off towards the Chapman's Peak Road basically. Here we're heading through the tree line, and here is the start of the toll road to Chapman's Peak, and here we're just going under that boom which signifies the start of Chapman's Peak. Here we've got Noordhoek Beach off to the left. And here's where I stopped just a little way off the shark spotter to grab a quick view of the sea along Noordhoek Beach. The sea was absolutely stunning, transparent. It was a really stunning day to be out. That's a shark spotter, and we'll come back and we'll chat about that a little bit later. So now we carry on heading along this road, which has been fortified to protect against rocks falling off, as they have fallen on a few cars in years gone past and killed a few folks. So there's a lot of protection now, hence it's why it's a toll road and you have to pay. And here I come across another viewing spot. That's obviously the road which is now protected, and there again is a stunning sea view. To just absolutely tranquil and translucent. Really beautiful day to be out on the bike. We certainly are blessed to be in this neck of the woods. But anyway, almost time to hop back on the bike again and head off down to Hout Bay. This is the top of Chapman's Peak, always a pleasure to get here once you've pedaled up the climb to get here. And a stunning viewing spot where tourists and locals come and stop and take a few pictures and just take in the view. And there we go, here's the view from the actual viewing spot itself. So a quick glance at that, and then we get ready basically to turn the bars and head off down to Hout Bay. And this is a stunning ride. Myself and Dean do this. We normally have a chase down here. It's a little bit of a race down into Hout Bay. But today I was taking it a little bit easier, just so I could stop off and catch some of the view. Here I actually picked up my bike to get the view with the GoPro. The water, there was a boat there that you can't see, and I wish I had another camera. They were just bobbing around with an umbrella, catching fish or what have you. Absolutely stunning again. And here we go, the last bit, shooting down into Hout Bay itself. And there's the beach of Hout Bay. And I quickly take my bike around and have a little poodle around Hout Bay, just to have a quick look at the beach. And now we're back on Chapman's Peak and heading back to that shark spotter's lookout post. Here we go, we've arrived. A little bit of a breeze now you can see coming with the sea. And basically this gent's job is to sit up here and make sure there are no great whites hanging around in the water, as there are quite a few surfers. There's a few bathers down there, it's a little bit cold, but there are loads of surfers in the water down there that day. And he can easily spot if a great white comes in those conditions. And here's a radio, and he can radio down to someone on the beach and give them a heads up to try and get the surfers out the water. The scary thing is that a lot of people actually ignore their warnings, and this happened not too long ago. I think it was about can't remember, it's 3 or 6 months ago. Someone on Muizenberg or in False Bay ignored one of these warnings, a swimmer, and he was attacked, and I think he lost a leg. In fact, he might have lost 2 legs. So they do a valuable job as long as people adhere to what they have to say. Right, and here I'm just showing we're going back down the bottom of Chapman's Peak, and off to the left hand side there are some grapevines growing. There are loads of wine farms even around here. Now at the top of Chapman's Peak, or Kaapse Weg I should say, and where there's a bit of cloud coming in, and this is the last little bit I wanted to show you. Had a little bit of fun here today. The wind was obviously coming down on my back, so that meant when I ended up descending down this part of Kaapse Weg, I carried a fair bit of speed. Now what I've done on subsequent rides is I've actually adjusted the camera angle so that you'll be able to see my Garmin. As you can obviously see, my Garmin is planted there, but we can't really see the readings. And it would have been fascinating to catch this ride coming down here today, because towards the bottom end I hit 82 k's an hour. At this point I was probably doing about 75, 78, picking up a bit of speed. And then as I get down to these bottom curves, if you look out to your left hand side, you'll see a sign saying 70 kilometers an hour, so I was exceeding the speed just a little bit. So on my head be it, that's me getting my little buzz. There we go, there's the sign going past, and at this point in time I'm doing about 82 k's an hour. But I say in a subsequent video I'm going to do this route again where you can see the speed and show you some of the near hits and misses that one does have on this cycle route, because that's one of the dangers unfortunately we have to put up with in Cape Town, is the way drivers drive. So we'll have a little view of that and a little discussion about what can happen on the road. But anyway, thanks very much for joining me on my little training ride on one of the most beautiful scenic training rides I think in the world, and we'll catch you soon for another video. Cheers.